Thank you for staying with us. If you're just joining us, this is Journalist Hangout, reaching you from our studio here in Abuja, capital of Nigeria. I still have BKO in the studio, and Celestina Ira is making her debut. All right, it's no longer news that a nationwide protest is in the offing. But what remains fuzzy are the demands. Some of the demands surface across many platforms. The presidency has reacted. The presidency admitted that some of the demands are far from realistic and very unrealistic. This includes calls to restore subsidy and revert petrol price to 100 naira per litre. Resignation of Mr. President. Implementation of 250,000 as the new minimum wage. Scrapping of the Senate, among others. But how feasible are these demands in the face of current challenges in the country? Jide, this is suggesting another thing. When you look at the demand, I thought it was about inflation being 34%. It was about 130 million Nigerians living under poverty line and everything, the cost of living. I thought it was all about that. What is this? Scrapping Senate, the president should resign.
You know, they included some really laudable initiatives or demands. They said, like, establish, that's number 11. It's actually 14 demands. Establish a special energy fund immediately to drive massive corruption-free power sector development. I can never be against that. Okay. Reforms of security agencies to stop continuous human rights violations and duplication of security agencies and enhance the physical security of Nigerian citizens. Fantastic demand. I support it. Massive investment in public works and industrialization, which will help employ Nigerian steaming youths. Of course, I support it. Massive shake-up in the Nigerian judiciary to remove cabals or corrupt generations of judges and judicial officers that continue denying everyday citizens access to real justice. Good, if we can do that.
No, for that particular demand, I have something to say about that demand.
Restructuring of Nigeria to accommodate Nigeria's diversity, resource control, decentralization and regional development.
These are long-time things. These are good things.
Restructuring of Nigeria, I support it.
So you want to restructure?
Probe past and present Nigerian leaders who have looted the treasury, recover their loot, and deposit it in a special account to fund education, healthcare, and infrastructure. Good demand. Invest heavily in education and give Nigerian students grants, not loans. Aggressively pursue free and compulsory education for children across Nigeria. Good demand, but they are already doing some of those things.
Yes.
They are already doing some of those things. So, but they then said, okay, pay a minimum wage of nothing less than 250,000 monthly. Nigeria, we cannot pay a minimum wage of 250,000. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally and demilitarize the Southeast. There is no way that the government would want to release Nnamdi Kanu. I've always demanded for Nnamdi Kanu's release through a negotiated settlement, but not without conditions. Because if there are no conditions, you then wonder what lessons have been learned.
The conditions will not be the terms of settlements.
He has to renounce armed struggle against his country.
Yep.
But he never said he's going for armed struggle.
No,
that was
if he was calling on people to go and fight, if he was telling people to take up arms,
and describe.
Are you going to tell me that IPOB was not killing people in the Southeast? They were killing they were killing security men.
Yeah.
You are
But
killing.
we to understand that now they are not factions of IPOB. That is what he's saying.
No, at the onset,
At the onset,
struggle,
even when there
the
was
struggle.
one
Do you
group.
understand?
Yes.
Some of his rhetorics
Yes,
were like
Nigeria
that
is
of somebody who wanted to wage war
the
against
country
his country.
Zuzu.
Otherwise, nobody will have
It's not
gone
a
to
part
say
of
they
Nigeria.
want to
So you
bring
don't
it.
listen to him.
No, I'm not listening to him.
No, don't
listen to him.
The
It doesn't
Nnamdi
do-
Kanu, the one that went to court, the one in court now.
It's different from the one that was
you
before.
spoke with in open court.
Yes, sir.
Has really changed to a
Ah,
large
no,
extent.
that one that
You know,
you had an
because
exclusive
they spoke
interview
with him.
Yes.
No.
Was it not on his own that he said, okay, we are cancelling sit at home?
Yes.
That's a changed man.
So to put it on paper,
And I'm for his release.
Yes.
But there has to be some things put down in black and white.
Yes. And he said he's ready.
Uh-huh.
so
So,
that's what we're talking about.
so now
political solution.
Yeah.
So
We
that
want a
Latif
political
Agbemi will now enter a nolly prosecute.
Yes.
And they will
Yes.
discontinue the
And-
strike.
Yes.
It's
Because
not,
the
it's not,
states-
it's not big deal. But you cannot say without conditions. Then if you are saying demilitarize the southeast, that means you are saying withdraw the troops
in the
and other
southeast.
people in the area. Then that means the
Free for all.
there will be free for all for those
He said the
gunmen.
moment he's released, it won't take up to 2 days. All those things will be resolved.
No, see, that's mere grandstanding. The thing now is beyond him. Criminals have taken over. Cultists are enforcing. If, as popular as he is, he said, from today no more sit at home, and they refuse to listen. They are still killing people over sit at home. That's to tell you that they no longer obey.
It's
him.
not,
People like Simon Ekpa
have you forgotten?
and
In
his people,
Finland.
they don't want to hear
Nnamdi
Nnamdi
Kanu.
Kanu. There was a program that we did where I was calling for Nnamdi Kanu. Do you know that they were abusing me? I did issues with Jide,
But
and they were abusing me. His own
efforts-
people.
I think
That means
efforts-
they are divided now, and
Yes.
their approach, their approach to the problems in the southeast are not the same.
Not the same, true.
Those guys still believe in the use of force. Nnamdi Kanu at this time is speaking
calling
like
for
a man
peace.
of peace.
Yes, it's calling for
So,
peace. But I think efforts should be made to get Samuel Ekpa to come and answer for the crimes he alleged to commit.
Repatriation
Yes.
to get him back from
Yes.
Finland, and you know now
Yes.
it's
it can be tough,
but
especially in
he's
that
a citizen of
country that
Finland.
he is.
Yes, true.
Do you understand? So it takes, but other demands, scrapping of an arm of the national.
No, so you
I
and
would-
the, one of the demands is about the judiciary.
The judiciary.
yes.
So, are you against that, for example?
Well, being objective
an
is very
insider.
simple. I don't see any cabal in the judiciary. I don't. For me, the judiciary, to be sincere, they are
the most
But there
organized.
is
they are the
corruption.
thread
There
that's
is a lot of
holding-
corruption.
There's corruption everywhere.
And
It's
we are
also
saying that
every
there's corruption
sector.
in the judiciary.
Sorry, can you prove that? We
the
can't
problem.
prove it.
No, they put corrupt judges on trial
No,
by
there's-
themselves. If
no,
NJC,
yes, that's right. There's-
if
they have to
NJC
be-
There's
has
a
put,
body.
They have to
if
check
NJC
and balances.
you know,
You
NJC
understand?
have put them on trial in the past.
Yes.
And even indicted some judges.
Yes.
That is to tell you that even they too realize that they have a problem.
No, that's the truth. In every organization, if they don't have checks and balances, you cannot control what is happening. The NJC is there, is checkmating them. We have the
That's-
LPDC.
The NJC is the only body.
Yes,
that
we
can-
have the LPDC that's also checkmating lawyers.
Yeah.
And I think 2 months ago, the NJC took a stand against some judges, barred them from promotion, from going to the higher court for 2 years. One of the judges is in Abuja, one is in Delta. So I wouldn't say that there are no issues, but to come out and say that judges are corrupt, no. But
A lot of people even see that arm of government as the most organized for now.
the truth is,
Like-
so what
There
you,
is
what you
corruption
see,
is everywhere.
What you see black and white on social media,
It's not
out
judges
there,
alone
It's
who
not
are
the way
doing
it
just that
is.
allegation
It is
alone.
when you enter the courtroom, you will know that there's more to this issue than what you read on social media. You say, this judge don't go collect money.
No,
don't
but
know,
I
it's
also
not
know
like
that if judgment goes against some people,
Yeah.
No, Judge, of course.
they will not even look at the points
Remember
of law.
the-
They will say, oh, they
Remember
they
the
bribed them.
2023 presidential election case now? So Ariwola was said to have been seen in London. Meanwhile, was
The man was in mosque. The man went to mosque. He went to Moscow.
If you had read that evil judgment that gave Uzodinma his mandate, you understand why they said someone that came out fourth became the first. If you read the body of the judgment, So not that it wasn't a case of someone that came out.
I think that's why they took their time in 2023 for the 2023 election to read it for hours,
yes,
so that Nigerians will understand.
And they made sure that the press was
because
there.
what they said in that particular judgment, let me make reference to it, that you do not cancel election at the state collation center. It should be, if you want to cancel an election, cancel it at the polling units. That was what happened.
And that means the state rec has no power.
Just like the
Adama
guy attempted to
the returning officer.
So what happened was his votes were cancelled at the collation center, not at the polling units. So the court said, no, you can't do that. The court added those votes back. So that was it. But people don't know.
Well, referendum is not known to our constitution.
Again.
But people keep asking for referendum.
Maybe you want to continue
on
to
the
be
basis
in Nigeria,
of what?
yes or no?
To be in Nigeria.
Yes or no? That you want to continue with this country,
does not
or you want to go with
have provision for referendum. And you keep making demands. It's part of the demands.
For dual citizenship.
But the referendum.
No, I'm talking about the
they're
demand.
calling for referendum.
They're calling for referendum. There's no portion of that
No,
of our
there's
constitution
no provision for
where
that.
it's provided for. So I think as we go on, I won't be surprised if they increase the demands, just the way the NSAS people did. They increased the demands at a point when they felt, oh, we are waxing stronger. They increased the demands and then said they added Buhari must go.
That was the.
It was not there before. They were asking for police reform and all that. At that point, a lot of people wanted to support them.
The police, they should take them to psychiatric hospital before integrating them and everything. No problem.
They even did that.
Yes, no problem. But at the point when they started asking for regime change, it became political.
Regime change is extreme, and also calling for the scrapping of the constitution. I don't understand how that
then
will
if
work.
you scrap the constitution, who would then rule? That means you're asking for military rule.
Exactly.
Anarchy.
Because the constitution
you're
is more or
asking
less...
for Kagame kind of this. People don't know. There was a Nigerian who went to Rwanda and was using the internet to say some rubbish about Kagame. Within minutes, they broke into his
and picked him.
hotel room. It's not like Nigeria now where you can say anything about the president. If you abuse Kagame, if you are not careful, even if you are in a foreign land, they will go and waste you there. So sometimes people don't even know what they ask.
Comes with price.
Because at the end of the day, you won't be able to use the internet the way you want. All of these influencers and other people rely on the internet to make money.
Yes.
If the military comes, they are not going to allow you to use the internet to be abusing them.
Okay, we'll be right back after this breather.